Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing Villanova.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student-athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker. Then it's Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the power forward position.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And the Badgers with possession here. Following the miss by Freak. 5 to shoot. Hill drives in. Excellent D there from Hill.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
That's good.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
Here's Evans following the basket by Freak. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Badgers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Here's Fisher following the basket by Freak. No one covering. Hill's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here is Hill. He has 6. Here's Clarkson. Fisher grabs the board.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Kicks it to Wade. He dishes it to Conley. Hill against Foster. Fisher, the pass to Evans.
That's a wall.
Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Fisher. He's out there with Hill. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot.
What a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays.
Throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, He'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Hill, he's in at point guard. Also Bryant out there. Cooper is out there with Miller. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4 spot. And for the Badgers, we've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4-man position. Here's Cooper to the paint. Here's Hill. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal in high school.
Decker dishes to Kaminsky. It's Hill on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Again missing Hill. Villanova leading by 9. Here's Bryant. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Decker kicks to Evans. Hill against Hawkins. And the pass to Kaminsky. Outside Hill. Pass to Decker. Dishes to Kaminsky. It's Hill on the wing. There's the feed to Evans. Over Hill. Count it. And the Villanova lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Evans.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kickout's the only choice.
The Badgers making a switch here. Here's Beal. Outside Hill. And Wade sends it back. And here's Hawkins. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Layup off the pick. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The drive by Hill. Great D that time from Gibson.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Hill, he's in a shooting guard. Jones is out there with Cooper, and it's Beal in at the point. Wisconsin trails by 5, and Hill has it in the corner. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try.
It's just simple, guys. No rebounds, no rings. We need to dominate the glass. Get the ball up again and get it out to our guards so we can get out in transition.
And the Badgers with possession here. Trailing by 5. Hill against Conley. The dish to Payton. There's the pick. Now here's Decker. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 5. The 3-pointer no good.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
To the middle, in transition. Here come the Badgers. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Villanova.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
The Badgers making a switch here. Evans is checked in. Outside Hill.
Ball sticking too much.
Some nice ball movement by Villanova. On the wing, Bryant. Hill passes to Cooper. It's stolen by Kaminsky. In transition, here come the Badgers. Connects. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Hill kicks to Bryant. It's back to Hill. On the wing, Miller. Shot clock at 5. And it's Hill penetrating. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Inside, here's Hawkins. Yes!
And the defense we've seen today reminds me of that great defensive era back in the 80s. Wouldn't you say so, Clark?
Well, hold up now, Greg. Let's wait a minute. I know you played in the 90s and you were part of the Knicks teams that were known for defense and mugging guys. But there was defense played in the 80s, but it was a more free-flowing offensive game. And that's the way I choose to look at what we're seeing now. This is the beautiful game on display between the lines.
So it's Villanova picking up the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last team standing in this terrific tournament.
Kevin, you said, I mean, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their parents and support staff. I mean, they've brought this school to the top of the cup.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr.
Hey, Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to...
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select
Kristaps Porzingis
from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky.
With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Emmanuel Mudiay
from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select
Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona.
With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select
Frank Kaminsky
from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select
Justice Winslow from Duke University.
With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select
Miles Turner.
With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Xavier Hill from Villanova University.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong and do my best to represent Harlem.
playing in small forward at 6'92". The other forward position.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The fans here in Detroit ready to cheer on their Pistons in this. And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Hill.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Exum and Hayward filling at the 2 and the 3. Trevor Booker is out there with Lyles, and it's Hill in at the 1. Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor, and Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
The dish to Caldwell Pope. 1:12 left to play in the first. Jackson has the open look, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van.
And that's the very first basket right there, folks, of what is hopefully a very long and a very prosperous career from Hill.
You know, you got to be happy for him. I mean, that's a great way to open up his NBA scoring account.
Well, everybody is happy to see him put the first points of his career on the board. Coaches, fans, teammates, everybody.
Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. Passes it to Jackson. And there's the feed to Tolliver. Outside Jackson. No good on the buzzer beater. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Pistons lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that
you know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Ilyasova. Johnson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Brandon Jennings. You've got Caldwell Pope, Aaron Baines out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. And he misses the fast break layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Pistons making a change here. Jennings is checked in. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late. But you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot blocking defenses from last season. In third, the Jazz.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
And I bet most people forget that the Pistons did make the playoffs for 8 straight years before this current drought. It's been a long rebuild process for them recently, but I think they're making progress and moving in the right direction.
They set the pick. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. The tray. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay. And for the Pistons, they seem to have a direction and plan now that just wasn't the case before. It won't be easy to get back into the postseason, but I really feel like they are on the right path.
It's Hill on the wing. Fires from the corner. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Johnson. Detroit's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And it's Johnson again missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Match up.
8 seconds left in the first half. Jennings for 3. No good.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
And the first half cup.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a win.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Hill in at point guard. Miles out there with Rudy Gobert. And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward. He delivered quite a star performance. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure